Hello, and welcome to the first installment of Chanel's Informed Mind Chatter. I'm your host, Chanel, and today our topic of discussion is going to be around COVID and the importance of self-care during this pandemic. Before we get started with our discussion, I wanted to give you a working definition for a couple areas that you'll need to know about as we discuss the topic. So the first one is self-care. And Oxford Dictionary defines self-care as the practice of taking action to preserve one's own health and taking an active role in protecting one's own well-being and happiness, particularly during periods of stress. That means taking care of your physical as well as your mental well-being. Also, as far as immune systems, according to Outbreak Today, our immune system plays a vital role in this pandemic. It fights off bacteria, viruses, parasites, fungi, and other germs that cause diseases. Aside from this, it also recognizes and immediately neutralizes any foreign substances in the body. If the body's immune system is working properly, one would not be affected by pathogens, but keeping the immune system in good shape is not the body's work alone. To aid our body in fighting off diseases, we must play a role in strengthening our own immune system. This is why self-care is vitally important, as it can support the immune system, which is pivotal in helping us remain healthy during this COVID pandemic. I know for myself, self-care was difficult in the beginning of this pandemic. I allowed stress to really take over my health, my mental health, my physical health. I found that I had less time to focus on myself because more time was now spent focusing on school and virtual school, being in the house, being sheltering in place, and just worrying about overall about the pandemic and just what the future holds. Luckily, I learned early on that self-care was vitally important to helping me remain sane. So now I offer you my self-care cocktail. So my cocktail involves improved nutrition, physical activity, stress management, vitamin supplementation, and getting more sleep. It also involves scheduling more time for me and making sure that I accomplish those factors. I'll now discuss a little bit about my self-care cocktail, what it entails, and its importance in keeping me healthy. So first, I'll start with nutrition. My improved nutrition focus around eating more real foods. So real foods are foods that you know the ingredients, they're not processed, they're foods that are found around the perimeter of the grocery store. Those are what I define as real foods. So my family and I have now incorporated about 90% of our diet is real foods. We're now working on portion control to kind of get the weight down, but I'm proud of the steps that my household has taken to get healthier foods in our bodies. Also, as an added benefit of the pandemic, we also actually started a garden in our backyard. So now we have more healthy fruits and vegetables readily available to us that we can also incorporate into our diet. So my next self-care cocktail is physical activity. Getting your body moving is another excellent self-care technique that can boost your energy, stamina, and immune system. According to WebMD, exercise benefits include the fact that it primes antibodies and white blood cells so that they're ready to fight germs faster. It helps blood move around your body more efficiently, and it fights body fat, which too much body fat has a negative effect on your immune system. The recommendations are 150 minutes per week of light to moderate activity. So for me, that includes walking, and now we have a gym in our garage, so using those weights and helping to incorporate weight lifting into my physical activity. For stress management, that's number 3 as far as my self-care cocktail. This is a huge component of self-care for me. Stress causes an increase in 2 major stress hormones, and that's cortisol and adrenaline, which lead to a weakened immune system. It's important to recognize stress triggers and find ways to reduce them. So in addition to exercise, which is a great way to reduce stress, this could also mean turning off the television. I know there's a lot that we're bombarded with the news and kind of everything that's going on in society today. So turning off the television is very helpful in reducing stress. Also meditation and prayer. And then finding activities that you enjoy, like reading or gardening or catching up on a favorite TV show. I find that my family and we play more board games, and we'll intentionally play those instead of watching television. We also recently took a fall break vacation, to the beach, where we safely enjoyed our time as a family and unplugged from work, except for the occasional work call, and just away from all distractions. And that was a huge benefit to us in relieving some of the stress of everyday life. So my fourth component of my self-care regimen is vitamin supplements. So my go-to vitamins to keep my immune system strong are vitamin C, zinc, vitamin D, multivitamins, and probiotics. In an interview with CNBC, Dr. Fauci said he used vitamin C and D for added immune support. According to Medical News Today, a review of the evidence of zinc suggests the minerals could have protective effects against COVID-19 by boosting antiviral immunity and curbing inflammation. And finally, probiotics offer a wide range of benefits, including immune support. So those are my suggested vitamin supplements, but I would also suggest going to a physician and talking to your doctor about what would best benefit you. The final component of my self-care cocktail is sleep. I cannot stress this enough, but we all need to have enough sleep. This means averaging 7 to 8 hours of sleep per day. Sleep is a major time of repair, rebuilding, and processing in the body. So it's important that you're allowing enough time in your day so that you can incorporate enough sleep into your evening. So just to recap, my self-care regimen or self-care cocktail involves nutrition, physical activity, vitamin supplements, stress relief, and enough sleep. So now that I've talked about my self-care prescription, let me know what you're doing for self-care. How are you ensuring that your immune system is healthy? Let's keep this conversation going. Leave your comments related to the topic this week and provide any other details or information that you'd like to provide in order to help us move the conversation along. Also, I'd love to know your suggestions for upcoming topics. Thank you for checking me out, and I'll see you soon. Bye.